Hello everyone and welcome to our first podcast from the Economic and Commercial Office of Spain in Singapore. Our main goal is to bridge the gap between Singaporean and Spanish companies and to build economic relations between both parties. Our first guest could be no other but our Counsellor Antonio García. To give you a brief summary of his long professional career, Antonio has been working in Asia for 16 years in the Economic and Commercial Office in Japan, Korea and Malaysia. In addition, he has also worked in the private banking and investment sector and for 10 years and then 8 years in the Ministry of Economy and Industry in Spain. That's right, Antonio?
That's correct.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Good morning and thank you for joining us in our first podcast. We want to start our podcast by getting to know the Economic and Commercial Office a little bit better. So what exactly is an Economic and Commercial Office?
Well, an Economic and Commercial Office is a part of the embassy. It's a section of the Embassy of Spain in Singapore that is in charge of the economic and commercial issues.
And when was it established in Singapore for the first time?
For the first time, it was established in 1986.
Wow.
So it's a long time ago.
Such a long time, yes. And what exactly in which way is it connected to the embassy? Do you have always close connection with the ambassador?
Yes, of course. We belong to the embassy, we are a part of the embassy, and even if our budget is coming from the Ministry of Industry in Spain, we are fully committed to the politics and the strategy of the embassy.
Perfect. And who are the main partners in Singapore of the Economic and Commercial Office?
Our main partners usually are the Singaporean government agencies. Agencies like Enterprise Singapore, Economic Development Bank, these kind of institutions.
Okay.
But also the private institutions like Singaporean Business Federation or the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, that's great. So now let's talk about the past, the present and the future of our office. So what were the main achievements of the commercial office since it was established in Singapore?
Well, I think this office has been very successful in bringing a lot of Singaporean investment into Spain. Also in the marketing and the promotion of Spanish products. You can see in Singapore, for example, the number and the quality, the high quality of the Spanish restaurants in town. And I think there is still a lot of room to keep on working on these promotions.
Exactly. So what are the main objectives of this year?
Well, this year we are very focused on bringing investments from Singapore into Spain, and especially in the field of startups and technology.
Okay. And what about the long-term goals of this Economic and Commercial Office?
Well,
what do you have in mind, Antonio?
I think we must increase a lot our presence in Singapore, and also the presence of Singaporean companies in Spain. In the European Union, we represent 10% of the GDP, but in Singapore, we are only representing 1 or 2% of the European exports or the European investment into Singapore. So I think we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I see. So we will work on that. And finally, for all our Singaporeans who are listening to this podcast, can they come to us for help or advice when they want to deal with a possible partnership with Spanish businesses or maybe invest in Spain? Can they come to this office and ask for advice?
Of course, we welcome all the Singaporean companies to work with us, and you will see that Spain is very friendly for foreign investors and especially for Singaporean ones.
Okay, so we welcome everyone to our office for all the Singaporeans who are interested in Spain.